Hello everybody and welcome back to my freezing cold flat, hence the coat. Before we get into the video today, I just want to mention that I'm going to be featuring for I think the third or fourth time on my friend Max's podcast. It's the See in Colour podcast. It's brilliant. It's all about the joys of music, how it affects you, like changes lives, how it affects you as an individual, stories behind certain tracks and all that sort of stuff. It's not that deep, but it can be. He's done about 30 episodes now. It's insane the consistency he's kept up. It's well over 30 hours of content. It's on everything. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I'm going to put a link in the description to the Instagram account for it, which is c.in.colour, and the link to on Listen Note, which is how I listen to it when I'm studying, just over the internet basically. But yeah, certainly check it out. It's got a brilliant GoFundMe attached to it as well. So yeah. If you do listen to it, let me know what you think. I always enjoy it, so hopefully you guys will as well. But yeah, into the video. I forgot to mention, it's out every Monday. So yes, welcome back. I know it's been 2 weeks again, so apologies for that, but I can explain. Basically, I had an essay due, and I thought that I could bang it out in 2 days, which for the most part I kind of did. But it took way longer than I was expecting. It was only a 1,500 word essay, so I kind of thought a couple of days, which 100% on my end, that's really naive. I have never ever written an essay before, and like I've said in the first one, I'm not the quickest of readers, so for me to think it'd only take 2 days was pretty foolish. I guess I just took it for granted that because I've been on it with everything else, that this was just going to kind of flow into that and it'd be another string to my bow, if you like. And well, yes, I did complete it earlier than the hand-in. It certainly wasn't like the 2-day little thing I thought it would be. You're going to see the 4 of like the 11 things I had to read through in the cutscenes. They're fairly hefty books, if you like. There's journal articles, all of this, finding the right sources to fit what you want to say. Essay writing is deceptively tricky, and I can see why so much of uni is based around it, because the knowledge you gain from reading from all these different sources, different opinions, ideas, it's genuinely really interesting, and I'm glad I picked a topic that I enjoy, I care about. I like all of it, because this essay was all about tectonic plates and how they move. Not that everyone's going to be interested in it like I was, but it is a really intriguing topic once you get into it, and it certainly has got me invested in studying now more than I was before, because the actual joy of learning something or sort of getting your teeth stuck into a project is something I've never really had before. And it is actually quite fun to learn, which, if you know me, which the only people who subscribe to this channel do, you'll know I hated school, primary, secondary, all of it, sixth form, the lot. I hated it. Couldn't get out of there quick enough. So for me to turn around and say, yeah, learning is actually pretty sick when it's something that you care about and it is challenging, then yeah, it's actually good fun. So yeah, by and large, it was definitely a worthwhile experience. So it's a formative essay, which means it doesn't actually count towards anything. It's just kind of practice, and to see, I guess, for the lecturers to understand that what their teaching is going in, to make sure that everyone's up to speed. We haven't had like the review lesson yet, and we haven't had our marks back yet, so I can't comment on how I've done compared to other people, the actual marks I've received, but I'm feeling positive. Even if I don't score very high, say I've missed a point or something, I feel better for knowing how I work on something like an essay. So for me, the process took roughly a week, 3 days, 2.5 days of sort of solid writing or typing, and the other 3 to 4 days was just kind of trying to get motivated, and not procrastinating, but doing work like skirting around it. So planning the structure, breaking down the title into how you're gonna plan it out basically. Which actually was really worthwhile, and that was a tip that Annie gave me from episode three or 4, I don't know, one of them, and it was genuinely really enlightening, and she helped with it. She done like a little mind map thing for me just to kind of get me up to speed basically. So yeah, so you know, like I say, 2.5 days of solid writing. I've done about 700 words on the Saturday, 600 or so words on the Sunday, and I've done this wrong chronologically because on Friday I've done about 200-300 words. But yeah, it's worth doing at least the first essay or 2 early, I would say. I've got a month now until my first proper 3,000 word officially marked piece of uni work. So yeah, like I've got a month. I'm going to start it pretty much when I finish this video. Just reading around the subject. There's 3 questions I've got to choose from. So I'm going to do a little bit of reading on each one, see what material is available for each one, and yeah, go from there really. So yeah, doing that has enabled me to sort of be one step ahead, because I've also got a presentation on globalization. Not that again the topic is relevant necessarily for you guys, but yeah, I've got a group presentation. It's a video thing, so because I sorted out the formative essay a couple of days early, it meant I could go out, I could take some footage, I could start thinking about the script, do the intro, get my side of that out of the way now, so that I've got the rest of this month and the start of December to not worry about that and instead do the essay. Because the last thing I want to be doing is spinning plates. Doing the formative essay has made me realise that everything got paused. I didn't really do much towards anything else other than the formative essay, and I wasn't massively pressed for time. I guess it's because it's new and I haven't done it before. I'll get into it a bit better come sort of the end of this academic year, but for now I want to be able to just focus wholly and solely on one thing at a time. And I think that's going to give me the best chance possible to get the grades, and generally speaking I'm going to probably say that that's going to be a tip for everyone at uni. Don't, if you can help it, let the snowball effect take charge. You want to be ahead of the game. So I've got a month now to do 2 bits of work, and I've already started both of them, or I'm about to start the second one now. So yeah, staying on the ball, keeping your eyes open. Yeah, don't let all the drinking or anything like that get in the way, which, I mean, kind of weirdly, thankfully, Lockdown 2, Electric Boogaloo, has put pay to all of that. No one's going to be going out, no one's going to be drinking, particularly me. I live on my own, so I can't really mix with anyone. It's great, because it's meant, what else am I going to do except from waste a day watching YouTube, particularly this channel. No, I can't watch myself, but it would be either be watching YouTube, wasting time, or studying. And time is a factor at uni, particularly me, for the fast track course. You need to be on it, so stick to your guns. Do the work as soon as you can, or as soon as you're able to, and you'll be good to go. Less stressed is better. Seeing as I vaguely mentioned Lockdown 2, there are a couple of points I want to make. One specific to the channel, one specific to you. Yes, you in there. Lockdown is shit, basically. For generally speaking, for me personally, it's kind of been okay. Like I've said many times, it's allowed me to really knuckle down on the work, which I am grateful for, because I am pretty easily distracted. But yeah, first things first, for the channel, it's kind of got in the way of a couple of plans I had. Like I said before, getting my friend Sam over to do the football watch-alongs, still definitely going to do it. Might be able to get him over during this little lockdown period, because support bubble, and he's the only one that I've been mixing with, so that's definitely a possibility. But as far as having guests here from uni, from my course, from other things, if it's going to happen, it's going to be remote, and it's going to be me relaying what they've said to you. It won't be a case of them sitting here or me filming in a different location to incorporate more than one person. But I simply don't have the setup for it. As I showed you in the last episode, it's my phone on a car suction cup thing, resting on a plate held up by books on a little box. It's not really like movable. I can't set up in a park. I could bring it around to someone's flat, but again, that's me going into another building. So it's not going to happen, at least until after lockdown 2 has been and gone, which hopefully is soon. Point number 2 I want to make is, like I said or started saying, it's crap. A lot of people are going to struggle, and in a way, not particularly more than anything, but students will struggle. And me being a student now, I just want to say to any student that's watching this, if you're struggling, put it in the comments. Go to helplines, go to anything you can, because this is a phase. This is not even a month now left of lockdown. And then it's Christmas, and then you can go and see your families. But I know that for a lot of people here and now, going home isn't a realistic possibility. For me, I'm definitely taking the decision to not go home, because I'm, like I said, in my mid-20s, I'm fairly fit. Everyone at home, like my parents, my granddad and that, they're all high risk. So I'm not gonna go anywhere near there until it's been and gone for now. Which, if that means it's till Christmas, then it'll be crap, but so be it. But I just wanted to get it out there. There's no point in suffering in silence. Problem shared is a problem halved. Lockdown is going to be tough for a lot of people, but then again, a lot of students live in shared accommodation. They've got the halls and that, so you're not going to be fully alone. And embrace that. Get to know the people that are around you as best as you can, because they might be in the same position as you, or they might be struggling more than you. To help someone out in this particularly crap situation is a wonderful thing to do. And therefore you shouldn't feel guilty if you are a person in need of a little bit of support, just someone to talk to, someone to vent at, someone to rant to, whatever. People are going to be more than willing to help, and I think we've seen that as a country in whole this year. So there's, like I say, no point suffering in silence. Yeah. So apologies if I got a bit carried away there, if it went a little bit too deep. I didn't mean it to be. I was just speaking what was in my mind with it. But that, in truth, that is kind of one of the inspirations of this channel. Building a community, getting a group of people in similar positions to talk, basically, and have that kind of group community feel, which in times like these, it's definitely an important feature to have. People around you, a support group. Thankfully, on to lighter things now, but still kind of keeping with the whole lockdown thing. It's kind of done a number on me. I had plans, I had ideas, like I've said, to move the channel forward, keep creating more interesting content than me just talking at you. So keep your eye out, keep your ear out for new content on this channel. I'm going to try and keep it weekly, but with deadlines and stuff, I don't know how possible that's going to be. But for now, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've learned something, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out See in Colour. Until the next time, bye.